All right, how's it going, man? How's it going? Check this out. I've been thinking a lot about purpose. I've been thinking a lot about purpose because a big part in like becoming a man and growing up, right? We start to kind of realize that we got to put our childhood behind us. We can't hold on to it forever. And I'll tell you what, part of it can be hard. I mean, sometimes I look back at the days where I used to play, Mario Party with my friends, or I'll go on the Wii and start playing these games, or watching these goofy little movies with my family, or just being able to do whatever, whenever, right? And childhood was definitely a great time. And even for those that didn't think it was a great time, you probably still have some great memories about it. But, when you start moving into adulthood and becoming a man, you move farther and farther from it, and you realize that, I'm a man still. And yes, you can still have fun. You can still act, like I still act goofy sometimes, or tease people, or make stupid faces or noises or whatever. I mean, I'm just a guy, bro. Like, I'm still gonna have fun with life, right? But I also gotta take on the responsibilities and the plans and the purpose that God has for me, right? That's a big part in becoming a man. That's what we gotta do. We gotta take on the purpose God has here for us, the mission that we have. We gotta take on our duties and responsibilities. Whereas when you're a child, right, it's all just about having fun and whatnot. Whereas being a man, yes, you can and should still have fun. I mean, I'll do a whole talk on just about why us men should still have fun, and we don't got to be all serious about life all the time. Yeah, of course, there's going to be those serious moments, but we can also have those fun moments too, and those goofy moments and those silly moments or whatever. Nothing wrong with that, but we still got to become a man, right? So I've been thinking a lot about purpose and becoming a man, and how one can find their purpose. Because I'll tell you what, you've probably heard so many people say, oh, no, you know what? Hey, you have to go to college. No, you have to do a trade. No, with the way the world's going, you have to do a trade. AI is going to take over everything. No. You have to start an online business. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to do this. You have to do that. How about instead of letting other people tell you what to do? Because, of course, people that love what they do are going to say you should do it. Of course they are, man. I mean, of course I love recording these videos, even though I'm not making anything off it yet. But, I mean, I also work with children, too, and I love it, man. I have such a great time with it. So of course I'm gonna go around telling everyone, yeah, you should work with kids. You should be a teacher. You should work at a kids program or daycare, whatever it may be. Of course I'm gonna say that because I love it. But there's been some people I've said they should, and they're like, no, I can never imagine myself working with kids. And then there's some people that have said, oh yeah, that actually sounds like fun. So the bottom line is that when people like what they do, they're gonna tell everyone they should do it. But the problem with this is that it's not everyone's purpose to do what you do. It's not everyone's purpose to do what you hear the gurus online saying. Oh yeah, you should start an online business. No, you have to get into the trades. No, you got to go to college. You don't have to do anything, because not everyone's the same. Everyone, right? God made everyone different. The question you should be asking is not what other people want you to do, or not what the world wants you to do as a man, but what you as your own man need to do. What is the purpose that God has for me? What is my mission here on this earth? What is my mission in the season of our lives? Because honestly, us men have a lot of missions. We have a lot of purposes. It doesn't just come down to one thing and that's just work. No. It doesn't just, no. We have multiple purposes, and we're going to have a lot of different missions in different seasons of our lives. The question is, what should we be doing now? Oh, I don't know, Justin, I've heard all these people say these different things and I don't know which one to do. I've tried asking God. I don't know what he says. Or maybe I haven't tried asking God. Maybe I got to talk to him more, listen out for him more. Maybe I have tried asking him, but he hasn't answered me. You know what? You know what the ultimate thing you got to do is? Whether you've asked God or not, whether you've thought about it day and night, whether you've tried to listen to other people, you know what you got to do in order to find your purpose? At least for this season. Now, of course, real quick, all of our purposes as men is to serve God, to serve other people, and just to be a good human being, man. To live life being the best men we can be, being good human beings to other people, being the people that spread the light in the world and not the darkness. So yeah, serving God, serving others, absolutely, right? But what about like my own work, my own duty, my own mission, right? What should I do? Try every single thing out there until one hits you. What I would say, start off with the things that you love and are passionate about. But even so, maybe even try a couple different things that you think may be stupid or you don't really care about. You might end up finding something really great in it. But right, I've been going to college. I'm in my 4.5 year of college right now. And I held myself back for a year in college, not because I failed, but because I was trying so many different things. I tried architecture, I tried landscape design, landscape architecture, I've tried construction management, I think was another one I looked into. I tried doing teaching. I've tried biology. I've tried chemistry. I've tried. I remember I wanted to be a marine biologist. That was like my number one thing. But when I tried them, they all seemed really cool and fun at first until one day it hit me that this ain't for me. Even though I like it and I think the ideas are cool, it's just not for me. Like I don't feel it. You know what I mean? I've tried different kinds of like little online businesses or whatever, side hustles, whatever. I've tried all that stuff, man. I've tried so many different things. I've tried volunteering at certain places. I've tried so many different things. And you know what? I can look back and say, oh, I wasted all that time. But you know what? I'm glad I tried all those things, because let's just say that my purpose is to, be a teacher, right? Let's just say that's my purpose, but I never tried anything else. As I'm teaching, I guarantee I would be thinking to myself, marine biology sounds cool. No, construction management sounds pretty cool. Oh, actually, architecture sounds really cool. Landscape design sounds really cool. This sounds really cool. This sounds really cool. This sounds really cool. All these different things that I tried, not even just throughout college, but even outside of college that I've tried too, whether it be volunteering or online stuff, whatever it may be, all that stuff. This all sounds super cool. And you know what would happen? I would start getting thrown off in my own mind, like, oh man, am I really meant to be a teacher? Should I be doing marine biology? Should I be doing construction management? Should I be doing this? But you know what? Since I went through all those different phases, all the different things that I wanted to try, and God has revealed to me that it's not for me. Now, if I'm going to go actually be a teacher, I can look back and say, I'm glad I went through that. I'm glad I went through all that time. Even though it was a lot of time I spent, I'm glad I was able to experience all that, because now I'll never look back wondering what if. Whereas if I didn't go through it and I just automatically knew that I was meant to be a teacher and I go and be a teacher, right? But then I start questioning, oh, maybe I wasn't meant to be. Maybe I should be doing something else. Maybe I'd like this better or this better or this better. Maybe even though I think I'm meant to be a teacher, maybe I would actually end up liking this better. Then you know what would happen? I would look back and say, dang, I wish I tried that. And I would have never known, I would have never have known that it's not meant for me, because I never tried it. But because I tried all those different things and I discovered that they're not for me, that I don't feel it in my heart, I don't feel it in my spirit or my soul. Because I tried all those things and I just never felt it. I thought it was pretty cool. I still think the ideas can be like pretty cool and stuff and pretty interesting, but I don't feel it like in my spirit, in my soul. I don't feel my spirit telling me you got to go do this. I don't feel my gut or my soul telling me like you got to do this. You got to do this. Right? But now that I've experienced all those things and I realize that they're just not meant for me, now I'll never look back wondering what if. So you have to try as many different things as possible, man. You got to try all these different, do not be afraid to put yourself out there and try these different things. Try taking different college classes. Try doing different kinds of volunteer work. Try doing different kinds of online stuff. Try going in the army if you think you might like that. Try doing this, try doing that. Because if you don't try it, one day you're going to be doing something. And even though you might believe all in your heart that this is my purpose, I'm supposed to be doing this, you're also going to look back wondering, I wonder how it would have turned out if I tried that. Or I wonder what it would have been like doing that. I wonder if it actually would have been better if I did this. But if you try everything, I'm not saying right now, like right here, but I'm talking about just starting now, going all throughout your life, right? Or not throughout your life, but until you find that thing that really hits you. It hits your spirit, it hits your soul, it hits your heart, and you know for a fact this is what I'm meant to do, right? And you've tried all the other things in the past that you thought you could do. Then when that thing hits you, at least you'll know that those things in the past, they were never meant to be. And when that thing that you try finally hits you, and it could take a bunch of, like, even when I was trying to do marine biology, I thought that was my purpose. Then I realized it wasn't. I moved on. I tried doing sciencey stuff, and then I realized it wasn't my purpose. Moved on. I tried doing teaching and teacher stuff, but then I realized it wasn't my purpose. Moved on. I tried doing this. I tried doing that, and then I tried doing it for a certain amount of time. But then I only stopped doing it once I realized this is not for me, and I had a better idea of what else I could try. I never gave up on it just to give up. I gave up on it because I had something better, which is a good life lesson about giving up. Never give up unless you have something better in place. That's just it, man. You got to try as many different things as possible. You know what God's word says? It says, seek and you will find. It doesn't say sit back on the couch and God's just going to tell you everything. So maybe God's not telling you your purpose, or maybe he's not answering you, right? Either because you're not listening well enough, right? That could be the case. Or maybe it's because he wants you to try out all these different things that you have kind of the passion for, or a love for, or an interest in. He wants you to try out all those things so that way he can teach you something through it. He can teach you whether it is or is not your purpose, or at least, one of your purposes. And he can teach you whether the gift that he's given you is or is not for that. He can teach you so many different things. I didn't just learn throughout all that time that this is not my purpose. I learned a lot of different lessons from each different thing, right? And it took me a long time. It could take you years. And right now, I think that recording these videos and, hopefully helping out other people through that way, I think I can make this thing work, man. I think that, if I could help out other young men, like the kind of YouTube videos helped out me, like that would be a blessing, man. And that's why I'm out here doing this every single day, even when I don't feel like it. That's how much I love it. And that's how much purpose I find in it. So yeah, it may not work out right now, but if it does one day, then I'll be able to look back and say, like, I'm glad I tried all those other things before this worked out. And if it doesn't work out, then I'll just know that God has something better in place for me anyway, man. Because all of us men have a purpose. If God woke you up today, he has a purpose, right? He has a purpose for you. He ain't done with you yet. Because think about it, he could take you anytime, any day. There's been, yeah, it's more likely to die when you're older, but there's also been a lot of, children or teenagers or 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds that have died early of like some like random cause that would never even be thought of. That's insanely rare, right? God will take you no matter what, man. And when God's ready for you, right, God's going to do his thing. God's going to do what he's going to do. So if you woke up today, don't you think that there's a reason for that? Because you have a purpose here. And if you don't know it, then maybe your purpose now is to go seek and find it. Seek and you will find. Take God's hand, let him lead you no matter how long or how hard it is. And I'm telling you, man, when you find the thing that you love to do, you'll do it for as long as you need to. And you'll do it on days where you don't feel like it. And you'll have such a love and a passion for it that even when you try to prevent yourself from doing it, you still just find yourself coming back to do it. And I'm telling you, that's why I just highly believe like these YouTube, man. It's just, I'm really, really thinking it's gonna not only take me somewhere, but the people that I help. That's the main purpose of it. So let me tell you something, man. I cannot tell you your purpose. I can't. Right? That's only for God to decide, and he may not tell you now. He may tell you once you've gone through every other trial and test that he needs you to go through before he can reveal it to you, so that way you can become the man worthy of receiving that purpose. You got to go through all the trials and tests so that way you can become the man worthy of receiving what God has in store for you. Even God's word says he's given us all a gift, right? All of us have a gift, and we ought to use that gift to serve him and to serve others. God's word also says, do all things for the glory of God. So your purpose, whatever it may be, number one, is going to serve God. In some way, shape, or form, it's going to serve God. It's going to do him good. It doesn't mean you have to be a priest or a pastor. You could be a construction worker, man. You can be a plumber. You can be an IT guy. You can be an online business owner. You could be anything. You could be enlisted in the army. You could be anything, man. But it's whatever your purpose is, it's going to serve God in some way, shape, or form. Even if it's not directly serving him, right? Like a priest or a pastor is like kind of directly like talking about him. Your purpose may not be going around talking about him, but it's going to serve him in some way, shape, or form. Number two, it's going to serve others. Maybe not right directly to their face. Like, again, a construction worker isn't giving people stuff right to their face, but they're building buildings in order for people to live in. And they're helping out the company that they work for by building what they needed, by helping them with their projects and doing what they need to do. So you're going to be helping out people in some way, shape, or form, whatever your purpose is. And number three, right? You're going to have a kind of love and a passion for it. Even if you don't love it directly, like for example, I know some guys that they have families and they don't really like their job, but they say they do it for their family because they love their family. Boom! They don't like the thing they do directly, but their purpose for doing it, like they have a love and passion for why they're doing it, and that's because of their family, right? Honestly, I think that's more of a man than anyone. I think you're more of a man to do some work or some stuff that you don't really like, but you're doing it to take care of others, rather than just doing something you love, in general. Now, of course, if you could get the best of both worlds, doing something that you love and serving other and like serving your family, hey, that's a beautiful thing, But bottom line is that even if you don't like exactly what you do directly, you're still going to love the fact that you do it because you're doing it for someone or for others or whatever, right? So honestly, whatever work that you do end up doing, just make the most of it, man. Use it to glorify God. Use it to serve others, and use it to do something great. And just have fun with it, man. Have fun with whatever work it is that you do, even if you don't necessarily directly like it. Just make some games out of it or have some fun with it. That's what I do sometimes. And on days that I don't feel like going into work, or on some days where I feel lazy or drowsy, or sometimes like I don't feel like coming out and recording. Sometimes I really don't feel like it, man. Sometimes I don't feel like doing the workouts. Sometimes I just feel lazy, or sometimes I feel ticked off, or I'm in a mood or whatever, but I still do my best to make the most of it. And I do it to glorify God, to serve others, and I just make the most of it for my own enjoyment as much as I can, And when your purpose does finally hit you, you're going to feel it in your spirit, in your soul, in your heart. Like, you're just going to know, this is it right here. This is it, right? The other things in the past, I've always thought it was my purpose. I've always thought it was. I've always been like, oh, this is great. Like, I feel so good about it. But when I feel like my purpose, my direct purpose actually hits, like I really felt it. I felt this more than I felt anything I've ever tried in the past. This is why I'm highly convinced about this, because if I'm feeling it this much with just doing these videos and hopefully helping out others, but yet this is not meant to be my purpose, I can only imagine that when God does reveal my purpose one day, how hard it's going to hit, like how good it's going to hit, right? So yeah, your purpose as a man, right? Serve God, serve others, take care of others, do the hard work when you don't feel like it, be a man, right? Your purpose as a man is to be a man, but in terms of like your own work, whatever kind of work you're looking to do, man, it's like, you got to try out a bunch of different things that interest you, that you're passionate about, that you care about. And even Steve Harvey said, you know what your gift is? Your gift is the thing that you do the best with the least amount of effort. Doesn't mean that it takes no work. It doesn't mean that you don't improve on it. It's just, it feels effortless because you love it so much that you feel like you don't even have to try to do it. You just do it, right? It's not even about what kind of work you do. It's about what kind of gift you have. Your purpose is to serve God, to serve others, and to use the gift that God has given you, right? Let's forget the word purpose. Let's remember the word gift, actually. It's to use the gift that God has given you to serve God and to serve others and to make the most of your life that you can, whatever your gift may be. So even if you're working some job you don't like, if you're using your gift in that job, whatever your gift may be, then you're going to end up making the most out of that job, whatever it is. So forget necessarily about just jobs in general, right? Just focus on what is your gift, man. What is your gift? And I'm telling you, you're going to try out a bunch of different things, right? And God's going to reveal that to you when the time is right, when he knows that you're ready to understand it and receive it. And when you do know what your gift is, there's nothing that can hold you back from accomplishing it. As long as you get out there and put it out in the world and use your gift to serve God and to serve others. So yeah, I cannot tell you your direct purpose. I cannot tell you your direct gift, but what I can tell you is that as a man, our purposes are to serve God, serve others, take care of others as much as we can, help others, reflect God's light onto other people, be the good in this world, help other people, right? If you're doing that on a daily basis, like you're already going to live a better life than most people, even if you don't like exactly what you do or exactly where you live or exactly the kind of people you're surrounded by. If you're just serving God and serving others, you're going to live a much happier, more fulfilling life than most people, number one. Number two, with your gift, again, I can't tell you that, but you just got to search for it, no matter how long it takes, and keep searching, even if it takes years to find it. And then when you finally find it, when God finally reveals it to you, because he knows you're ready to receive it, it's going to hit you hard. And you're going to, no matter what job you end up working, you're going to know that whatever it is that I do, I got to use my gifts. And then put your gift out in the world and put it out there to do good and to serve others for good and to serve God for good. Use your gift to serve God, to serve others, and to make the most of your life in this world. And again, if you don't know your gift, then your purpose right now, your mission is to go and find it. And then when you do find it, when God reveals it to you, even if it takes years, because it might, just enjoy the process as much as you can. Then when you do know and understand your gift, then use it as much as you can and make the most of what God has given you, to make the most of your life and to help others and serve God the most that you can. That, my friend, is a little talk about purpose and what purpose really is in becoming a man. It's not about what others tell you you should do. It's about what you were put here to do. You were put here to do. And only God can reveal that to you, and only you can really know that for yourself. Don't forget that, man. All right, let's go work out. Oh, man, I got wood chips. Got wood chips on me. All right. Anyone who followed the OG mission, which I just posted all the videos in an archive. I archived it onto a second channel if you want to go watch the OG mission, before this new chapter that I started here. You'll know that I did a real fun workout here. Oh, yeah. So, what do you think we're going to do today? Another fun workout here, of course. Yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Up again, in a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in, but it's time now you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in
got a good workout in when you're jiggling like Jello. My arms are jiggling, man. So yeah, I think we got in a pretty good workout. Fizzy check time. Let's go.
Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire, burn a thirst and desire. You transform right up in a flash.
But I'm definitely feeling good, so hey, looking good, feeling good, that's what counts. After a workout, as long as you're looking and feeling good, hey, you're good. You're gonna feel tired, you're gonna feel pumped, you're gonna feel burnt, you're gonna feel weak. That's a good thing. You're gonna feel sore. That's a good thing. That just tells you got in a good workout. That's all that matters. And whether your workout is 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, doesn't matter how long. It matters about how hard you pushed and if you really gave it your all or not. That's what matters. Little fitness talk. All right, and I kind of want to go back real quick to the idea of having fun with life. Because remember what I told you is that, yeah, even though we're becoming men, all right, that's our goal, is to become the kind of men God made us to be. Yes, we're gonna have our serious times. Yes, we're gonna have our sad times. We're gonna have our hard times. But we're also gonna have our good, enjoyable times. And we're also gonna have our goofy, fun times, man. And if you think for even a second that because you're becoming a man that you gotta cut fun out of your life and that you should have no fun and that fun doesn't exist anymore because you know I'm a man and you know men shouldn't have fun, you're gonna have a real hard life, man. Especially with girls, because you ever heard that song, "Girls Just Want to Have Fun"? Oh, that couldn't be more true. Girls do just want to have fun. And there's a difference, right? Like little boy's idea of fun might be playing with toys or like playing Roblox or something like that, whatever, right? It might be just hitting his friends and then complaining and then pouting and whining. You know, that might be a little boy's idea of fun. You know, but us men can still have fun too, man. I still go to water parks. I still go to the zoo. I still go out in adventures and explore God's world, man. You know, even God, you know, right? The Bible tells us that, I forgot what section this is. I'm really bad at remembering sections and numbers, but if you look up like what I'm saying, it'll show up. It said, you know, when I was a child, I had my childish ways, but then when I became a man, I put my childish ways aside. Okay, put my childish ways aside, right? Whether that be whining or pouting or stomping off or you know, not listening or goofy stuff like that, right? You know, like things that kids do. But then God's word also tells us, you know, that we should have childlike faith. Childlike faith. It doesn't mean you gotta go around acting like a little boy. It just means that you have faith like a child does. You have this joy inside of you even during the hard times because you don't know any better, right? You're like, children aren't always like, yeah, children have hard days and they have hard times and sometimes they cry and sometimes they get angry, whatever. That's not what I'm saying, right? But at the same time, they also don't worry about the future. They don't worry about tomorrow. They don't, you know, they don't worry about, oh my gosh, am I being perfect? Am I being perfect? Am I being the best I can, right? Now, of course, we should try to be like the best we can, but they're not like worrying about everything. They're not stressing about everything. They're not letting growing up bring them down. They're not letting anything really take their stress out to the next level to where they can't sleep at night or they don't trust that things are going to work out. Like children just are happy and joyful for the most part because they don't know any better. That's childlike faith, man, is to have faith like we don't know any better. So I'm kind of getting off topic here, but you know, but we had like that childlike faith, right? But anyway, going back to having fun. No, man, we gotta have fun with life. And you know how I do that? I do it with my workouts. So let me tell you something, right? You probably heard so many people say, "Oh, you got to be disciplined with your workouts. You got to be disciplined, and you got to be disciplined." Yes, you have to be disciplined. Discipline is very important. But your discipline is going to be a lot easier when you do workouts that you have fun with and that you enjoy. So, for example, if you're going to the gym just because some guru said you have to go to the gym in order to build muscle, you have to do this workout, you have to do this. But in reality, you don't like going to the gym. You'd rather do calisthenics. You'd rather be outside. You'd rather build muscle in a different way because I can't stand the gym. I can't stand this guy's workout. This guy's workout is boring. I don't like it. He might like it. I don't like it. I hate it. Have you thought about trying some different muscle building workouts? Trying all the different muscle building workouts that you can until you find a workout that you love. And you may not love it every day, right? Like, I like my upper body days more than my lower body days, but I still have fun with my lower body days just so I can enjoy it more. So discipline should come in when it's work that you have to do, even if you don't really want to, right? But if you can make whatever if you can make whatever workouts that you do as fun and enjoyable as possible, by all means do it. Because it's going to be a lot easier for you to stay disciplined, for you to come back the next day and the next day and the next day, and you're going to be disciplined and consistent without even trying because you like it so much. And I used to go to the gym for a while and I liked it, but then over time I fell out of love with it. I went to the gym for several years. I mean, since 8th grade, and I'm in my 4th and a half year of college right now, and I just stopped going to the gym about a year ago. Maybe like 6 months ago, actually. Time just goes by fast. I'm starting to lose track. But anyway, I stopped going to the gym completely not too long ago because I just simply fell out of love with it. I didn't really enjoy it anymore. I didn't have fun with it. It wasn't for me. I might go back in the winter time, or like in the fall or something like that. Yeah, I'll still be doing workouts out here, but I might go back just to see if I can meet some people. But that was kind of my whole purpose for going for like the last 6 months in which I did. But I didn't really end up meeting anyone, so I canceled my membership. I might try again later on just to see if I could go meet some people and then do little workouts there and then do my main workout outdoors still. But overall, man, I enjoy a lot more with calisthenics and doing it outdoors. And look, by no means am I some Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I've been able to maintain a good chunk of muscle for quite a good chunk of time. And before I did calisthenics too, I was still building muscle. But even when I started doing calisthenics, my muscles built more than before I did it. So it goes to show that calisthenics can build your muscle, just like weightlifting in the gym. Or maybe there's some other muscle building workout that I don't know about besides weightlifting and calisthenics. My point is that if you don't like the workout that you do, or if you hate it, you can't stand it, I don't like this, I'm just doing it because some guru told me I have to, look up as many different muscle building workouts as you could. Pick one that interests you the most and try it. You don't like it? Go on to the next one, try it. Go on to the next one, try it, until you finally find something that hits you and you're like, you know what? I really enjoy this, man, and I like it. I have fun with it. And then just have some fun with it, man. Like, you see some people doing calisthenics that only use a pull-up bar or whatever. I'm out here at a skate park. Don't try to force yourself. You don't got to force yourself to have fun. But if you trying out new different things, making things a little bit more interesting, that, my friend, this is the kind of stuff that keeps me coming back day after day without even trying or without even thinking about it. I did not feel like coming out here today. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not feel like coming out here. But yet, it wasn't that hard to get out here. Versus at the gym, there were some days where I remember I felt like going, but I didn't really want to because I just didn't like the gym anymore. So even with the gym, when I fell out of love with it, there were days where I felt like doing a workout, but yet it would be harder for me to go on the days that I felt like it versus days with calisthenics that I don't feel like going, and it's easier for me to come out here and do it even though I don't feel like going. Simply because I just enjoy it more and I found more ways to have fun with it. You want to stay disciplined with workouts? Heck, with anything, man. You want to make it easier to stay disciplined? You want to make discipline effortless and consistency without even trying or thinking about it? Just make the workouts as enjoyable and as much fun as possible. And yeah, if you do like the gym and you just kind of do the basic bench press and cable pull downs and leg press, whatever, squats, even if you just do the basic weightlifting workouts, if you enjoy it, man, that's what matters. And if you just have fun with it, whether it be you put on a good fun song, I know you probably heard some people, oh, don't put in earbuds at the gym, it's distracting, bro. It makes no sense. It's like, if you want to put in earbuds, man, go for it. If not, you don't have to. You're not, if you're doing the work and you're enjoying it and it's genuinely doing you good, like that's what matters, man, right? Because workouts are good for us, man. They're genuinely good. It's not like I'm telling you to go do something bad or evil and have fun with it or whatever. No, man. Hey, if you're doing something good and you're having fun with it, or at least enjoying it, as long as you're doing something good, like things that are good for you as a man, that's what matters. You could kick it up a notch with doing those good things by just making it enjoyable, having a different attitude on it, right? So even on the days, and just making it enjoyable as possible, but even on the days that you don't feel like doing the workout or you don't feel like going, still just do it anyway. Don't think about it, just get up and do it. And then just make it as enjoyable as possible so that way it's not as hard to get up and do it. Because again, I didn't feel like coming out here today, but it was a lot easier for me to get out here and do it because of the fact that I just enjoy doing the workouts. So when you make them enjoyable in some way, shape, or form, yeah, they're still going to be hardcore. Yeah, I'm still going to get tired out. Yeah, I'm still going to be pushing hard and taking breathers and stuff like that. It's still going to be hard work, but I've changed my mindset toward it, right? Number one, that I'm going to enjoy this no matter what. Number two, I've taken action to actually make that mindset come true of enjoying it even more by just having some more fun with it, man. So whatever workouts that you do, even if it's very simple and basic, but yet you enjoy it, as long as you enjoy it, man, as long as you enjoy it and just have a little bit of fun with it, that's what's going to keep you coming back day after day after day. And even for girls, too, if you're having fun with her and you're taking her on fun dates and you're taking her out, that's what's going to keep her coming back to you day after day after day. Girls just want to have fun, but everyone just wants to have a little bit of fun, man. As long as you're doing good and you're not hurting anyone, you're not disobeying God, right? You're not doing some evil stuff, man. Don't be afraid to have a little bit of fun with life and enjoy life. You know, if you're doing good and you're doing what's right, that's what matters. That's all that matters in the end, you know? I'm sure there were some times where Jesus had a little bit of fun with life too, you know? So yeah, as men, we're allowed to have fun. We just got to keep it more controlled. And we're allowed to have fun with our workouts, regardless of what the hardcore discipline, I'm a macho man gurus say. You know, being a man doesn't mean you're always angry and ticked off and life is all serious 24/7 and you work 24/7 and you don't get sleep and whatever this hustle culture, angry macho man, you know, masculinity on YouTube is. That ain't being a man, man. That ain't being a man. Being a man, just do good, do what's right, you know, make the most of life, serve God, serve others, and just have a little bit of fun with it, man. Enjoy it a little bit. Don't be afraid to. As long as you're just taking on the responsibilities you need to take on, carrying out the duties, the purposes that you have as a man, using your gift, finding your gift and using it, serving God, serving others, doing what's good and right, enjoying it. Hey, that's what matters, man. But I truly believe that we're supposed to enjoy this gift God has given us called life. You know, let's make the most of the gift that God has given us of life and just enjoy it a little bit. I know this is a new chapter, the new mission, but I'm still going to finish off Matthew, so I'll just leave off from where I left off last time, and then after Matthew, I think what I want to do is like go back to doing the flipping the random verses. So after Matthew's done, which would be pretty soon here, over like the next few days or so, I'm just going to be flipping a random page, choosing a random verse, and seeing what God's word has in store for us. I'll do that, and I might come back to reading like another chapter later. But I kind of miss doing that, and I kind of like that idea, so I'm going to be going back to doing that, so stay tuned for that. But for today, we'll continue off where we left off last time with Matthew. And because it's actually nice out and I didn't leave my Bible in my car, we can just do it right out here. Perfect. Jesus left the temple. All right, this is Matthew 24. Jesus left the temple and was walking away when his disciples came up to him to call his attention to its buildings. Do you see all these things? He asked. Truly I tell you, not one stone here will be left on another. Everyone will be thrown down. As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen and what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? Jesus answered, watch out that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name claiming, I am the Messiah, and will deceive many. You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death. And you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and will betray and hate each other, and many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. But the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. Remember that the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. That's being a man too, is staying firm to the end. Doing what you need to be doing until the very, very end. That's how we start the story, that's how we end it. Doing what we need to do. Following God, serving others, and just doing our best to be good. Good people, good humans. Best men we can be. That's why I like the idea of this mission so much. It's just, I feel so purposeful fulfilling it. And doing this, so I'm hoping you're on it with me. You know, I want you to be able to fulfill your purpose as a man and just live out the best manhood that you can. It's the best thing we could do. Because of the but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved, and this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when you see standing in the holy place the abomination that causes desolation, spoken of through the prophet Daniel. Let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judah flee to the mountains. Let no one on the housetop go down to take anything out of the house. Let no one in the field go back to get their cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant women and nursing mothers. Pray that your flight will not take place in winter or on the Sabbath. For then there will be great distress, unequaled from the beginning of the world until now, and never to be equaled again. All right, and then I'll continue with that tomorrow. And then we'll finish 24 tomorrow. Then we got 25, 26, 27, let's see, 28, well, 27 is a long one. 28, and then that's it. So yeah, just a few more chapters of Matthew we'll do, and then I'm gonna go back to the picking out a random page there with a random verse. So yep, that's it. This has been the mission for today. I have a little private community down below if you want to go check that out, meet other people like you, even possibly message me if you have any questions or anything you want to say. So hey, go check that out if you want to. Got more daily mission videos, vlogs, whatever you want to call them, where this came from. And so stay tuned, because we got a lot more coming. But other than that, now it's your time, man. Time for you to go become the great masculine man God has made you to be, has made us men to be. And I will see you tomorrow to continue our mission. Peace.